Blog Talk Radio.
Hello and welcome to the Mortuary of Shadows. Mortuary Shadows is brought to you by a group on allpoetry.com, the largest poetry website in the world, called A Poetic Slice of Life, which is owned by my lovely wife, Kay, who's sitting next to me.
Hello.
And I am her lead henchman, Steven76.
No.
Yes, don't mess with me. That's rawpoetry.com. We do want to thank Kevin and his crew for giving us some place to hang out. I want to make sure that everybody knows that any piece that we are reading tonight, if the author is not present, we have received written permission from that author to read their works. Mm-hmm. Tonight's show is about the dark side of Christmas, the dark legends of Christmas. So many of them were surprising to me when I did some research on them. Most people know about Krampus, but there are a few out there that actually make Krampus look like a nice guy. Yeah. So without further ado, I know we have some people on hold. We can let them in. I see my sister in darkness, Sweet Pea.
Hello, you henchman.
Hello. And
I love that.
I believe we also have Identity Crisis.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Identity.
I'm sorry?
I said hello.
Oh, hello. I couldn't tell with your voice.
All right. So, Sweet Pea, you have to read and run, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to put yours in the room. I just wondered if I could ask a favor, if you could hang out and listen to mine. If not, that's cool.
Always.
Okay.
I have about a half an hour.
Okay. You're on board. Well, I like the picture.
Yes, Krampus. Right. Teddy bear claws crawl across the room of wicked children. Spittle hangs in a bloody string from bloody fangs while Big Bear eyes wink and sing Christmas songs of old Saint Nick. Baby dolls walk upright out of solid walls and terrorize children, waiting for a glowing nose reindeer to materialize. March along out of bed, heinous child, Santa's helper is near. Krampus, a silent partner of the man in red, ho, 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 is kicking pretenders out of their beds. Sneaky liars, silly babies, lumps of coal, do you fear? Switches are ready for your rears. Krampus is a true nightmare with his yellow eyes and bear-like claws, his smelly underarms and giant feet and untamed hair, his grouchy growl and bitter mean streak against innocence. Many have seen him, and if you do, you're just a nasty little waste of sperm, and your mama hates that your mama hates. Krampus might just kill ya, but you're already a waste of time. So go ahead, pee yourself, and hope Krampus gets your life back in line. End poem.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Oh, yeah, before we get any comments, somebody wanted to make a little special appearance just to say hello, and I believe this is him. Jaskaran, is that you?
Yes, it's me.
Hi,
How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Good, good.
Great. Today will be a memorable day for me. It's long since I want to talk to you.
Well, it's good to hear
Today
your
will be a
voice.
memorable day for me. Today will be a memorable day for me.
No say. Sorry about that. I made it interrupt, but so he knew. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad the app works
My
for you.
mom says you have a lovely voice, Kevin.
No
I'm
say.
sorry?
My mom says you have a lovely voice.
Okay.
Okay.
I know you can't stay long, but it's definitely good to hear your voice.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll wish you a Merry Christmas. And
Bye-bye,
too.
Kevin. Merry Christmas. Have a great show.
And we love you too, Jack.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for
Bye.
calling. Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Sweet Pea, your poem. I love it. Part of it reminds me of that that Krampus movie that I enjoy watching so much, especially about the baby dolls walking out of the walls and marching. It's like really cool. And then then your description of Krampus too, with the smelly underarms and giant feet and untamed hair, cracking me up. This is just great.
Thank you.
What did you think, hon?
Well, I think, as I said in my comment, he's misunderstood.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. The reason he is this way is because nobody showed him how to have a good Christmas, so he takes it out on everybody else instead.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Or maybe he just doesn't wash his underarms.
That too. I love though the closing stanza when you talk about waste of sperm and all that other kind of stuff. Because it probably is very true. The picture alone is frightening.
No, they actually have
I see.
a
What did you
live animated, have an animated thing like that you can get for Christmas decoration with him holding a child like that.
Oh, that's awesome. I want it. Well, what did you think of the poem, I see?
I thought it was fantastic, but I do have one question. I want to know how you got a picture of my ex-father-in-law in here. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that's great.
I saw my father-in-law, so I guess they're hanging out. Yeah, I thought it was fantastic and how you portrayed it, and there's funny parts to it too. So go ahead and do yourself. I think that's great because that's exactly what. And don't look under the bed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was wonderful. It really was. You did really well.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good job. I was hoping to get a little clip from the Krampus movie to play right after the music, but I couldn't find one because I like the. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the line where he says to his wife, "Honey, I just got my ass kicked by Christmas cookies. I think I can take it."
I haven't seen the movie. I have to look it up.
Oh, yes, you should. It's really good. All right, so I want to read mine before Sweet Pea has to take off. I wrote about Frau Perkta. She's a legend from, and I know you wrote about her too, IC, so I'm looking forward to hearing you read yours. She's a legend from Germany and Austria, and she's not very sweet, unless you're good. Yeah, I didn't include the good part, and you did, IC, so I like that. So I just call this Frau Perkta. There you are asleep, dear child, so angelic as you doze, but so many times you have been bad, and this Frau Perkta knows. It's Christmas Eve, and I'm afraid that Santa is passing you by. It is my job to punish you, and I will tell you why. You didn't finish all your chores on any given day, even faked an illness to get out of them, so lazy, now you'll pay. My fingernails so long and sharp, your belly high in size. I know it hurts, that makes me smile, ignoring all your cries. Your liver I replace with coffee grounds, your intestines, twigs and sticks. Your kidneys now are empty cans, so now you're really sick. A spleen you have no more, my child. It's now eggshells and weeds. Your gallbladder is in my sack, replaced with moldy cheese. All your organs are in my bag, a healthy meal tonight. Tell your friends about me, dear, so they avoid this fright. End poem.
Excellent.
Yeah, I know this one excited you greatly because you were the one who did the research for tonight's show, Benloth, and Frau Perkta, she definitely, you were talking about her a lot. You got excited about her a lot. And as I called her, she is a sadistic taxidermist.
Yeah.
Who the hell wants to rip your guts out and throw garbage in there? You have to be a special kind of wicked.
That's my mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law.
Did we have the same mother-in-law at one point?
Yeah, I think we did. I was adopted.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that probably would be my system.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sweet Pea?
Oh, my God. She is wicked. I love incising your stomach and replacing your liver with coffee grounds. At least your child is worth something. You're going to be a bad child, at least be a coffee holder. You know, something. Someplace I can use something for my coffee. I love the old, like, you know, we just use, coal? And if you're cold at night, that's something you can use. At least, you know, these people are just cutting up children and eating children. I mean, Americans are actually very mild in our, here's a little elf on a shelf. I'm not going to do anything but tell Santa you were naughty. Other countries are like, we will devour you. So stop picking on us, world. At least we don't devour our children.
Yeah.
Great imagery. Oh,
it was.
Thanks, Sweet Pea.
That's amazing.
It was. What do you think, IC?
I think that it was stunning. It beat mine out of the water for sure. I think he did a great job, and It's just wonderful. I think it's really good.
Thank you, I see.
The metaphors
these
and all that, it was dead on.
It was. These Christmas legends, they're pretty dark.
Yeah, they are. I like them.
No, I know. It's hard to believe that a long time ago they kind of spoon-fed this to the children to try to keep them in tow. And for the one, it just seems they did it to try to keep them to work harder. Actually, it was used as an excuse to just work hard. In my opinion. But yeah.
Well, wasn't
I
it
never
bad
heard of
enough
these
the church scared them?
Well,
Yeah, I know there's one guy that really cracks me up, and we'll be talking about him a little later in the show. His name is Hans. What's his last name? Hans Trop.
Yeah.
And he'll leave a bundle of twigs at the end of your bed, and if you wake up and see those twigs, you know he's coming back for you to eat you. And it just made me wonder how many sadistic parents out there would leave a little bundle of twigs at their kid's bed as a joke.
I would.
Exactly. I can name a few.
Find the sticks.
Yeah.
Find the sticks. You know you would do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because you know they're not good all year. None of them are.
Right, yeah.
No, I mean, I think it'd be a miracle to find a child that was actually good all year round.
Yeah.
But find
Every
a parent
kid has
that
their
is,
moment.
too.
Exactly. Kind of hard to always be good. Everybody's going to have a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then does that mean that nobody's safe?
Pretty much, yeah.
I guess it's all in the eyes of how you see it,
Yeah.
as to what's bad, what's good, or what's acceptable.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, do we want to drop our gold winner down?
Yeah, I was going to do that.
I see. You're up. Our gold winner. Congratulations.
All righty. Thank you so very much. Here we go. A two-sided coin. Guardian of the beast, the two-sided coin, a gorgeous woman turning into an elderly hag, a hellion fighting the law, breaking and entering houses, ingesting childhood thoughts, good or bad, but she knew. A silver coin or a sliced belly, removal of all the guts, packing the cavity with hay and pebbles. A spirit walking castle floors, wearing different masks, a beautiful face for good fortune, as ugly she wore off evil faces. I can't say her name. Frog Perchta, a.k.a. Bertha, Prosperity's versus an onyx cloud, a mortuary of two shadows.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like this one. I like the fact that you also went to the good side because that's one thing I was reading about her is if you could have two or three children in the room and if two of them were good, she would appear as a woman dressed in white and the bad child would see pretty much what that picture at the top of your poem is.
Yeah.
So she's definitely an interesting character, and I like how you brought up packing the cavity with hay and pebbles because that's what all the legends had said too, that she just used the hay and pebbles. I embellished a little bit to use, modern garbage.
Yes.
But I really like this.
Thank you so much. I love that. I love that modern garbage comment.
What did you think?
Yeah, I thought this was a cool write because it's very true. Depending on who sees her, she's either a gorgeous woman or the hag that's in the picture. Because it's like you're trying to say to me, if there were two children in the room, one child will see her as beautiful, the other child will see her as a nasty old thing that's right in front of you. But I like how you captured that she has two sides of the coin to her personality. Yeah, and just in childhood thoughts, good or bad, but she knew. Yeah, but how would she know? It's just
How did Santa know?
well, yeah. This was a great write all around. You definitely brought to life her personality very well because she was not a very nice character.
No, she wasn't.
What did you think, Sweet Pea?
Oh, I love the rocks and the pebbles. There's actually serial killers the first the first American serial killers followed that theme of stuffing people with pebbles and killing them. So I think maybe they identified with her and just went along with it. I mean, my goodness, a beautiful face for good fortune, as ugly she wore off evil faces. I mean, maybe I could use her because I need her to swear off some evil faces in my life. She could maybe be good. Ingesting childhood thoughts, good or bad, she knew. I think maybe this is Mrs. Claus. We've never really seen Mrs. Claus.
You've never seen my mother-in-law either. That's her, I promise. She hangs upside down from the rafters.
Mine was so mean she died at somebody's wedding.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Matter of fact, in Canton, Ohio.
Just got to make it about you, don't you? That's what you have to say.
Yeah. She died in the middle of her niece's wedding. Yeah, see, so that's my mother-in-law.
Wow.
Wow, it's amazing. I like her. Oh, this is great. Just really good. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, I am going to run.
All righty. Thanks for calling, Susan.
Not a problem. Enjoyed. Night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Night. Thanks for the show. I really enjoyed it. Bye.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We want to hold off on the silver just in case he's going to call.
Yeah, and I'll hold off on Dan, but I'll ask Dan on the board. Dan, you're listening. Tell me on the board, are you calling or not? So I know what I'm doing. So I will go with this one.
All right.
And I'll drop it in the room. This was from our conto.
And he's an HM. Which HM?
Let me look. I think the third.
Okay. This is by Grey Wolf, 1957, and it's called I Am Krampus. And he was our third HM. Born of centuries of tradition, deal punishment to the bad child. This Christmas time beware. There is no blessing in me. I am Krampus. Crimson burning eyes, fire blackened fur, sharpened devil horns. My claws are like knives. I am Krampus. My hands are strong. My feet are cloven hooves. I am the season's dread. I am coming to take you away. I am Krampus. Have you been naughty, or have you for once been nice? I am the one who will decide. I will put you in my sack. I am Krampus. I am not the devil or Santa Claus. I am he who feasts on the guilty. The chains of doom jingle all the way, like the tolling bells of hell. I am Krampus. End poem.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. I like how he kept repeating, I am Krampus. And I had mentioned in my comment that Krampus is definitely not someone you want coming to your house on Christmas Eve. I like the dark imagery that he used, the descriptions, the cloven hooves, the claws of knives, the devil horns, the fire blackened furs, and crimson burning eyes, dealing the punishment to the bad child. This is great. Once again, making me think of the movie. But in the movie, The Legend of Krampus, he wouldn't take you away. He'd take your whole family away to punish you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he took your mom, took your dad, took your sister, and left you like Macaulay Culkin, home alone.
Oh, okay. I never was aware of The Legend of Krampus, really.
Yep, took your family.
Oh.
What'd you think of it, hon?
Well, this one definitely speaks of how Krampus is. He talks about his crimson burning eyes, fire blackened fur, and the devil's horns, claws sharp as knives. Yeah, I'm not too aware of Krampus, surprisingly, and I know that you studied up on it, and you've even seen that movie about him. You know more about it than I do. But I think from what I do know, it definitely embodies what Krampus is very well. Because as with all of these, if you were naughty, well, then you had a price to pay. So if these were actually real, I'm not sure how many people would still be alive.
Right, yeah.
Because you might as well consider everybody to be in there.
Yeah, I know. Sooner or later we'll touch on the mildest of the monsters, which is Belschnickel.
Yeah.
He just gives you a little spanking.
He likes to spank.
He's a spanker. What did you think of the poem?
Good. I thought it was excellent. I loved his description. I want to piggyback on what you said when he repeated the lines about Krampus. I think that adds a big plus value to the poem altogether. It was excellent.
Awesome.
It is. Did you want to explain a little bit about what Krampus is?
Well, I mean, he's definitely hard to vision. He's big. The pictures I always see of him, he does have horns. They're kind of curled, almost like a ram's horns, but not that curled. I think he has a head of almost like a goat, but with fangs.
Yeah.
And some people say he hangs out with Santa Claus. He comes side by side, rides in the sleigh with him, and he goes to the bad kids, and Santa goes to the good. It's hard to think of Santa Claus hanging out with him, but.
Yeah, especially letting him ride in the sleigh.
Yeah.
Did all the children need therapy after this?
Yeah, really. I know.
I mean, oh.
Those people really like to scare their kids into being good. I'd imagine in the days before, modern times, that it probably worked really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it didn't, they just put pebbles in your abdomen.
Where do you want to go from here, huh?
Well, if you want to read one of yours, and then I get to a contest, right?
Sure, if you want. I don't care.
So that way you can explain a little more about the next one.
Sure, pick whichever one you want to pick.
Okay, let's grab them.
I wrote to every one of them.
You got a little excited.
So I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, I'm riding on your coattails. I'm gonna say these are mine too.
This is the hardest one for me to pronounce. I know I believe it's pronounced Pere Foutard, which is said it translates to Father Whipper. And it goes like this. Yeah. Evil butcher with an appetite for children lured 3 boys into his shop. He ended their lives with 3 horrific chops. Diced them and salted them, was prepared to dine. Perhaps he'd have them with a nice red wine. But Santa Claus came and stopped them cold, brought the boys back so they would grow old. He punished the butcher and gave him a job. Now he works for Santa, though he be macabre. He punishes bad kids with a swat or 2, but his mouth still waters, his desire is food. So be good, children, for when Santa is out of sight, if Pere Foutard is hungry, he might just take a bite. And
did you explain what Pere Foutard is?
Well, I thought I did in the poem. Yeah, in life he was a butcher and he had a taste for human flesh. And in the legend, he and his wife lured 3 boys into the butcher shop, and they killed them. And Sweet Pea touched on it a little bit on her show last week, where they had them chopped up in pickle barrels. But then Santa Claus came and brought them back to life, and then punished them and set them to work for him, punishing bad children.
Why? Because this reads like a serial killer. Somebody just was bloodthirsty and decided to be sadistic about it.
Yeah. And his legend originated in France.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Kidding.
That's why I had to put the red wine in there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Makes it more acceptable having a line with all that. Yeah. Yeah, this one is actually kind of dark. I didn't really pick up on that too much before, but yeah, this one seems like it's on a different plateau from some of the others actually. With the fact that certain parts are pickled and luring them to the store and killing them. This reads like a classic serial killer story.
It does.
Looks are deceiving them.
Yeah.
Let me come on in the shop.
Yeah.
You look harmless. You won't do anything to me.
Right. Chop, chop, chop.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. That was definitely different. What do you think, I.C.?
I thought it was great. I could picture him outside the shop saying, "You want some candy, little boys?" You know what I mean? But you described it really well. I mean, I just love your ink. It is phenomenal.
Thank you, I.C. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
miss you in the sci-fi.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'll get back in there, I promise.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that one, yeah. That one gives a lot to think on, actually.
Did he say he's not calling?
No, yeah, I'm sorry. Do you want me to grab another one? I just was grabbing his.
Yeah, just in case, because he might call, so.
Okay. Alrighty, well, how about I grab Dan?
Dan's not calling.
Probably not.
Disappointed, Dan. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I'm not. Let your fingers do the walking, Dan.
All right.
Yeah. If you want, I can.
You want to read for him?
Yeah, let me open this up on my phone here. Okay. We're going. Okay. Okay, this is by Buddho. It's called Hans Trap. Legend has it that in the border region of,
I don't know, Alsace-Lorraine?
okay, in the deep forests of poplar and pine, stalks a formidable figure of devilish evil, shucking death to children wherever his shadow touches, still in life and engorging spleen and tender heart. Wandering aimlessly for the next young victim, chances the wilderness of German French countryside. He licks his dreaded chops in anticipation for the next live meal, relishing the bloodlust of madness and horror. Only a derelict of sameness could rot on unsuspecting innocence. It seems that his presence, a ghastly malevolent scarecrow, manifests during the holiday season, and with the coming of St. Nick to shower toys for the boys and girls in Europe, so then does he succeed the opposite, reign in terror in the hearts of all who dare walk the path he lies in wait for, grinning rotted, soaked smile, and sharpened, pitch-blackened ire. And so?
Yeah, I
Wow.
thought this was really cool. Yeah. Yeah, this is some dark stuff. I put in my comment, nothing like a little spleen for Christmas dinner. But yeah, Hans Trapp was another one of those legends that if you were bad, he was going to eat you. So that's just, yeah, as I mentioned before, the one legend that I read about him, he'll leave a little bundle of twigs at the foot of your bed to let you know, hey, I'm coming back.
Did they have
He's
deep
very
fried
welcome
flesh?
and fun. So many different ways to inflict harm.
Yeah.
All these people, they have their own little vices as to what they bring.
Yeah. What'd you think, huh?
Well, I thought this was cool, right? Because, it's kind of a scary thought to think that you could be kindling, you could be the next meal or he could just be killed for being, getting out of line a little bit.
Hans Trapp's next Christmas dinner.
Yeah, I know. What's the matter with all these people?
Yeah, Hans Trapp and Frau Perkta had Christmas dinner together, and Hans complained about the stuffing because it seemed like it was too woody.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of a cedar taste to it. What the hell is that about? Oh my God. Rereading this again, it drives it home as to how sadistic this person was. And thank God it was actually not real, because if this was actually real, oh boy. Because a lot of these, they have the characteristics of what, serial killers would be, killers that are in the making with how they want to torture, because these definitely were torturous ways that they all personified. But yeah, I have to agree with what you said too. Nothing like a little bit of spleen for dinner. But for all these rights, it definitely drives home. One better be on their best behavior.
Yeah.
So make it count. Be good.
Did he eat that raw?
Boy, that's a good one. I don't know. I'll have to look that up.
Did they have seasoning salt back then?
What did you think
cover
of it?
anything. Did they have any seasoning salt back then?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Lowry's, a little Lowry's.
Make it taste a little better.
I do. I use seasoned salt on almost everything. What did you think? What did you think of the poem, I see?
I love Budo's work. I think it was very descriptive, and I believe that it was just so fantastic how he took you through the life of Hans. And like Kay had said, it is the typical motto of a serial killer, and he portrayed that well.
Excellent comment.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Well, I don't know. I'm not trying to be greedy or anything, but did you want to read your Hans Trapp one?
Follow up?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because I wrote it from the child's point of view, actually.
Oh, the child's point of view.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, screaming. Oh.
Okay.
Okay. So I use the same picture and call it Hans Trapp. I awoke on Christmas morning, looking forward to new toys, although I have misbehaved, was told I was a bad boy. But Santa never fails me. Sit up in bed and rub my eyes. What I saw at the foot gave me a terrible surprise. 'Twas a bundle of twigs just set there. I know who did it too. Perhaps he's not just a legend. Stories must be true. Hans Trapp had been in my room. He knows the thing I did. The twigs let me know he's coming back. My mind now filled with dread. Tears are now streaming down my face. This will be my last winter. From now upon this Christmas night, I will be Hans Trapp's dinner. End poem.
Yeah.
Great ending.
I definitely. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. Here, I'm going to mute for a minute.
Yeah, this definitely would rattle anybody. You wake up Christmas morning, you're hoping to find toys, as you said, but what you find is something else. You find that somebody's telling you have misbehaved, so there's going to be no toys here, son, not this year.
No, in fact, you're going to be my dinner.
Is that where the game Pick Up Sticks came from?
Maybe.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Pick him up and get him out the window. Maybe he'll forget.
Oh, I don't think you will forget.
Escape on
The way these characters are, I don't think you will.
That's great.
It's almost as if they're hoping and waiting to find their next child who
Right.
misbehaved,
Mhm.
so they can pray on the child. So yeah, they don't forget. They know all.
Well, yeah, I'll get into that a little bit with Grilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember what I said I read yesterday?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I'll bring it up later when we get into Grilla.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll be getting into our next actually
Okay, cool.
after the comment. But yeah, this was a cool write. Yeah, because you talk about Santa too. Most kids, they're the ones who believe in Santa. They're hoping to wake up and see all these toys that Santa left, but instead Santa's henchmen decided to leave something else. It's almost as if Santa and these figures were in cahoots. Santa would whisper, this kid was bad.
Are you hungry, Hans?
Yeah. Here's a list of all the kids to visit.
Oh.
Oh.
Stephen, I love your work. I think it's great.
Thank you. Oh, she still needs a comment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought this was cool all around. What did you think, IC?
I thought it was awesome. I especially love the ending. I think that you couldn't get any better than that. And I love the fact that you described it from the child's point of view, kind of like I did the good and the bad. So you have both gathered. It's really, really awesome. I mean that.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So you say we're going to get into Grilla now?
Yeah, we are going to get into Grilla.
With Phil?
Yeah.
Yes, because Phil wrote the Grilla.
Yeah, I'm going to let you read.
Okie dokie.
And explain to us about Grilla.
Well, this Grilla actually encompasses a few of the legends because there is the Yule Cat, who I will attempt to pronounce the name of later. The Yule Lads, which were her sons, and then her. And one of her sons, it was his job to go out and find bad children for her so she could go get them and eat them. Yeah. Very, very interesting woman.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, there are a lot of children eaters at Christmas time. I want to actually, and they have a blast with this over, it's in Iceland. They have a blast with it. I'm trying to find the picture that I
Was that the one video that
grabbed
we
of
saw
her.
with what looked like whack-a-mole?
No, that was actually Pere Foutard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That Pere Foutard, they had fun with him too, where they actually had a table with 2 holes in it, and your kids could go up and put their heads up in the holes. And then the guy who was playing Pere Foutard would push their heads down slowly, and on the side of the table was a meat grinder, and all the hamburger was coming out of it.
Oh,
and they thought this was fun.
Well, yeah, when we were watching the videos, they were making it seem fun because, there's people dancing and singing in the background, and they're making it merry and jovial, like nothing's wrong there. Don't mind the fact that there's kids being grounded up behind you.
I just put a picture in the room. I just put a picture in the room of Grilla. This is a statue they have in Iceland, so you can actually put your kids in her little pot so it looks like she's cooking them and take a picture of them.
Yeah. She looks very pretty.
Yeah, so they have a lot of fun with that over there. But this is from Phil the Poet, and it's called Grilla Loves Children. Grilla loves children, especially the naughty ones. She has them with ale and toasted scones. She's an expert at skinning them faster than a goose. She boils, fries, and roasts till the meat is nice and loose. She is a mother that's proud of her boys. To do her dirty work, she does not employ. Sends young window peeker to find naughty children, to write down their names with a bony pen. Young Hans is teasing his baby sister, saying that Grilla would turn her into a blister. If she was ever badly behaved, then the troll would come. Take her away in a big black sack, and she'll be cooked till well done. Hans hears a scratch at the window, but thinks it's only the wind that blows. Playing outside alone, when suddenly, without a sound, Grilla throws the frightened children child to the ground. Into the sack he does fall, crying, "I'll be good." But Grilla takes no heed, pulls up her hood, and with a toothless smile, she thinks of toasted scones. "I love children," she cackles, "especially the naughty ones." End poem.
Oh, good one.
Go ahead, I see. What'd you think?
I thought it was great. I'm a big fan of Phil's work as well, and he used a lot of nice comparisons in his poetry. I had never heard of her. Actually, I had not heard of any of these people, but she talks about he talks about how they're going to take the children, I can't even talk, how she's going to take the children away in a big black sack and be cooked till well done. What an awesome line there. And that she loves children, especially the naughty ones. I think he did a fantastic job.
Excellent comment. What did you think, hon?
Well, yeah, I thought this was pretty cool because he likes, he started out, he started out by saying that Grilla loves the naughty children. I'm sorry.
Phil.
I'm sorry.
Phil, I never knew this about you.
I'm sorry, Phil. I'm a little tongue-tied. I thought it was cool that he started out talking about how Grilla, he loves the naughty ones. Because that's the one thing we've learned tonight is that all of them love naughty children. It's like they get their jollies from it. They get excited. It's like, oh, there's another naughty one.
Oh.
But I love how he goes into... I thought it was cool that he talked about how she has them with ale and toasted scones. You know, trying to liven it up, give it a little bit more, ambiance to it by having, a little pint and have some scones with a side child.
Why not?
Oh my gosh. But
the young naughty children. The naughty children are like these people's veal.
Oh, that's right.
Nice and tender.
Yeah, this is true.
You have to ask Grilla for her recipe for child parmesan.
No.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Plain parmesan, people.
You were saying?
Oh, I thought
we weren't.
Because doesn't she love the other thing too? Of the other characters with the name Hans? She's a mother that's proud of her boys.
Well, yeah, the Yule lads are her boys.
Yeah, why don't you explain that a little?
Well, I named them all off in my poem. I'm probably pretty sure you're about to drop them.
Oh, yeah.
Drop mine next, but one of them's name is Window Peeker.
Window Peeker.
And it's his job to look for the bad kids for her. The others just do really nasty things in your house and to your livestock. And I don't mean in a sexual manner. I mean just.
Oh, I'm going to confession and I'm not Catholic. Oh, goodness. That's funny.
But, yeah.
But yeah, and the Yule cat, like I said, that I'll talk about, I'll name him later because it's a really tongue twisting name. Is their family pet?
It is. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
With Bill's right, it ties into what you and I were talking about, because Grilla and the boys, as I said, it was a family affair. The whole family, they slayed.
Yeah.
And,
a family that slays together stays together.
Yeah. So.
Isn't that the truth?
thought it was cool that he did tie in that she's a mother that's proud of her boys, because it means that, together they all they do their own thing and they're proud of it. So I don't know if you came across a family like that. If you really wanted to,
well, you just better hope you're good.
yeah.
Yeah, you better hope you're on dinner. Supper time.
So,
This was a cool ride. He tied in so
Yes,
much.
very.
He really did.
yeah, he did. He did a really good job, and like you had said, I'm also a big time fan of Phil's work. He's really, really good at what he does.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yeah.
He's very
The Yule
descriptive, and I
lads
love that.
Yeah. Yes, he is. So she and the husband, and he does have a name, the father of this family. I just can't think of it offhand. He doesn't do anything. According to legend, he's so lazy he just kind of hangs at home, kind of like Al Bundy, watching TV with his hand down his pants, while his boys and his wife do all the work.
Wow. It was a lazy dog.
Yep.
It's on his ass, and he has everybody else do the work.
Yep. But he was busy enough to give her 13 children, because it's 13 boys are her sons. So.
Well, I wonder what they like doing. Oh. They're the reason we need child welfare. It's their fault.
You want to go next one?
Oh, if you want, I can do this one. And you can give a little backstory.
Is it the Yule family? So it's the one I wrote about Grillia and all her boys.
Yeah, because Phil, he tied in a lot of the family history, so.
And I tried to put a picture of all of them in there. There's Grillia and her husband and their cat and their 13 boys.
And their cat.
And I call this
He looks
I call
friendly,
this the Yule family. In the northern hills of Iceland, there's a family you don't want to meet. A mother and father with 13 sons and their cat that isn't so sweet. They all take part at Christmas, except for the father. He's much too lazy. Each with assigned duties, and some are a bit crazy. If you were bad and didn't get new clothes, their cat would hunt you down, sneaking up behind you and devouring you without ever making a sound. The sons like to play tricks during the Christmas season. Each was named after the pranks they feel are pleasing. There's Sheepcoat Clod and Gully Gawk, who like to steal your livestock. Stubby loved to steal your pans. Spoon Licker left your mom in shock. Pot Scraper and Bowl Licker would leave your kitchen a mess. Door Slammer wakes you in the middle of the night, while Skur Gobbler ate your breakfast. Doorway Sniffer, Meat Hook, and Sausage Swiper were all good at stealing food. Candle Swiper steals your lights. All put you in a mood. But Mother Grillia's favorite was Window Peeper for sure. He would look through windows, finding children who were impure. He'd tell his mother about these kids, and she would smile so wide. She'd go into town and grab this child, and on him she would dine. So make sure you're good at Christmas time, and also the whole year through, or else Grillia and her family might pay a visit to you. And poem.
Great.
Yeah.
Really good.
What do you think, guys?
I think that it's fantastic. I think this might be my favorite one yet. I like how you were able to get all the children in there, and I didn't mean to laugh while you're reading their names, but they're so fitting to that family. I mean, what was I to do? But this is just excellent.
Thank you. I see. Yeah, they would. Their names are funny because I was kind of giggling a little bit when I was reading about them. I know it's just like spoon licker would just come in and lick all your spoons, and bowl licker would lick all your bowls. And...
Yummy.
And I did embellish a little bit because Sheepcoat Claude, he actually liked to just take the wool from the sheep, and Gully Gawk liked to steal the milk from the cows. So I just embellished to make it rhyme a little better with just stealing the livestock. But yeah,
a bunch of
this
juvenile
family's definitely
delinquents, isn't
interesting. Yeah, it's the Brady Bunch from hell.
Yeah. and if his mom believes that's what he's looking at through the window, she's nuts. He just didn't want to get in trouble by Mama.
Yeah, they were a big family, weren't they? 13 sons?
Yeah, they must have been old school Catholics.
Yeah.
And that cat, isn't that something?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cat, yeah. She towers over in the picture. She's bigger than a human.
Yep.
Very.
Yep. And our silver winner wrote about the cat, but he might be calling. We're not sure, so we're going to wait and hold off on his for a little while.
Yeah.
Hey, Kay, she's been over because her nose is so long and it's pulling her down. Look at that. That picture. If you had that on your face, you'd be looking down too.
Yeah.
She needs to go to the beauty shop, doesn't she? Look at that hair.
Yeah, she needs a makeover.
Yeah, she needs recycled.
But I was telling Katie, I think it's actually on YouTube. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing, but there's actually a video about Grelia.
Yeah.
And it's a story being told about how one year, when all the children in Iceland were good, so she was on the prowl for horse meat because she was hungry.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you ever ate horse?
No, I have not.
No.
I lived in the Dominican Republic, and I've actually ate horse, and it's good. I should probably shouldn't admit that publicly, but it's way better and more lean.
Really?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, I can imagine it'd be more lean.
Yeah.
I always wanted to try anything once, except for people. I won't eat people.
Oh, man.
If she was looking for horse meat, does that mean the kids were good that year?
Yeah, that's what it was. Every kid in Iceland was good that year, so she didn't have anything to eat, so she was out hunting for horse meat.
Wow. Kids got lives.
Yep. Finally. I wonder how many kids were dinner before they finally figured it out, right? Damn, we better be good. She had Charlie last year. Remember Charlie?
Is that where kidney pie comes from?
Maybe.
I'll take a cup of urine and a kidney, please. Oh.
I have to say, if that was true, if it actually was true, I'd have to commend those kids for actually behaving, for not giving it the temptation of being pounded.
Yeah.
I think the threat of death outweighs misbehaving.
Yeah. Geez, shall I steal this lollipop, or should it be somebody's dinner, or should I not and go home and eat dinner?
Because you are a dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. For all of
can't
you,
get them
you're
to
so
stop,
hungry.
That was actually the longest poem I wrote in a while too. Usually mine have been brevities lately, but this one I had to fit all their names in.
Well, yeah.
Well, I loved it.
I mean, yeah. Her boys are
It makes it
bad.
effective,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah.
No, they were.
Yeah. I mean,
Could you imagine
comes into your
13 children?
house. Yeah.
And who comes into your house and just licks your spoons?
Yeah, I know.
Gross.
Your bowls.
Ew.
The one interesting thing I saw too was pot scraper.
Yeah.
It said something.
I need
It
one of
made
those
me
in
wonder.
my kitchen.
Yeah, it made me wonder because it said that when dinner was done and the pot scrapings were getting almost ready to be given to the children, that's when pot scraper would come and scrape it all up and eat it himself, so the kids wouldn't. Or were they only feeding their kids the scrapings?
Right.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, wait. Throw a bone. Throw a bone.
Yeah, it's almost as if her boys, they got a free pass for misbehaving.
Yeah.
They could act like brats, everybody else is to tool them. Hold on. Yeah, her kids are kind of bratty because, I mean, you don't know where the tongue's been.
Yeah.
It could have cooties on it, and they're putting all that stuff on your utensils, your pot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they were a nasty bunch.
Gross. Yeah.
I know. And after they had a cat tied into it, too.
Yep.
I mean, how do you get your cat tied into it?
I don't know how they trained the cat to
That's a
do
faithful cat.
what it did.
Yeah. The fact that she was, what, 10 times the size of a human, too.
Yeah, she ate well.
Yeah, she did.
Or he, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I could try to pronounce its name now if you want.
Yeah, kitty cat?
Okay.
The kitty cat, yeah.
What is it? You'll Waka Waka?
Yolakaturin. Yolakaturin.
Oh, wow. What a name. How would you call that out?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they have a nickname for him.
Yeah.
Yoli! Yoli!
That works.
There's somebody with old clothes over there.
Come here, Louie, nice sucker. Oh.
Yeah, but you know the cat too. The cat, they would come attack if you didn't have certain clothing standards.
The whole thing was to try to get their workers to work harder to process the wool in order to make new clothes.
Yeah.
So everybody had new clothes on Christmas. And the cat was drawn to old clothes. And it knew if you were wearing old clothes, that means you weren't working hard. So you weren't worth much other than just food.
And clothes and a sleep in. I'm going to pick this up.
We got another caller on the line. Hello, Boo.
Yay.
Hi.
Hi, Boo.
How are you?
Hello.
How are you?
What's going on? I'm sorry. I don't know the topic, but I just thought I'd give you guys a call. How's it going?
Oh no, that's fine. We're doing the monsters of Christmas. There's dark legends of Christmas other than just Krampus. There's actually some that actually make Krampus look like a nice guy.
Yeah.
So.
Really? Holy crap! I think I got a compass. Okay.
Oh, wow, you did, Boo, a little idea of what some of these sickos were about.
Well, I could go into a real quick one. We've gone over Frau Perkta. She, if you were bad, she would come into the room on Christmas Eve, cut your belly open, take out all your internal organs, and stuff you with garbage.
Oh, really? Wow, that's rough. Okay.
Yeah. And Terry Boutard, Hans Trapp, and Grillia would all eat you if you were bad. Oh, and so would the Yule Cat.
The Yule Cat, did you say?
Yeah, the Yule Cat. Yep.
Kitty cat.
Where have I been? Wow, this is okay. Got it. Trippy.
Well, yeah, it's
Cool.
a family affair. We just got done with that one. There's a mother and father with their 13 children and their cat.
Yep. And they all like to eat you if you're bad.
Yeah.
Or you
Oh,
have
yeah.
dirty clothes that would eat you.
Dang,
Yeah,
I'd be
if you had
eating all
old
the time
clothes,
then.
Yeah. The cat went after you if you had old clothes. There's something about old
Notice
clothes.
how
the
good your
cat-
kids are in December, you know? Because that's always the threat
Yeah.
we have.
Oh, yeah.
Santa's watching.
Oh,
Santa's
December.
Yeah.
Mm.
I get the feeling that the children of Iceland were good year-round, though, with the threat of being eaten at Christmas time if you weren't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ground you up.
That was Perry Futard. He would grind you up in a burger and chow down.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. The trash stuffed inside you is really gross.
Yeah, that one was my favorite. I had to write to her.
Yeah, that's a good one. I remember that.
Yeah,
one.
she's just a nasty. She's just nasty.
Yeah. If you want
Wicked
to,
woman.
Boo, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but if you want to, go to my page. I wrote about every one of them.
You did.
Oh,
yeah.
cool. Okay, no, I'm interested too. 'Cause I want to learn. Yeah. Anything sick and twisted, I'm down with it. I learned something.
We had a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah, this was when I stumbled on the web page of these dark Christmas legends. I think my eyes brightened like a kid on Christmas morning because I was like, "Oh my God!"
How did I never know about this? Where have you been all my life, sweetheart? I'm kidding. Isn't that sick? We get all excited just from. We're weird, I know, but I do the same thing. If it's sick and demented, I want to see it.
Well, yeah, it's like we used to say.
Have you seen
we
Identity
seem
Crisis
to have more
with
fun at the
Richard
dark
Cohen?
shows.
Yeah, I know. Like people are more laughing. Remember when you said necrophilia? Everybody's like, yes. But good to know I'm not the only sicko around. I will try to shut up and hunt down my Trumpus poem.
Oh, cool.
Well, she needs to meet you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she will.
Okay. Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Well, this one is on local.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm asking you if it is.
No, I believe you. I believe you messaged me.
Well, I mean, as far as a lead and a reader.
Oh, that's right, because he said he was going to try to call
So
too,
we
didn't he?
hold that off.
Yeah, so hold off on that one too.
Because it actually, at this point, I think it's okay to read that one.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he's going to call, so we'll. You want me to read that one? Yeah, that's right, because of the name in there.
Yeah. So he'll try.
Because the cat's name's in there, and I'm the only one that actually practiced saying the name, even though I'm still not perfect at it.
Yeah.
This was our silver winner. It's from Papa Terminus, and it's called Yolakaturin, Beware the Yule Cat. And it goes like this. The breeze whistles through the barren trees, keeping the fire burning brightly. Stay safe. For in the cold, the Yule Cat creeps, the smell of tattered garments on the crisp air. Do you hear the growl creeping behind you? He sees the rags, holes in your knees. In the Yuletide, the Yalakaturin sneaks, fangs sharpened, fangs stained sanguine. For if no new clothes are on your form, the dark hiss will send chills. So keep the Yule log burning, and be sure you have harvested enough cotton for new clothes for your family. If on Christmas morn you see his emerald eyes, and hear a low-pitched growl and a hissing from behind, if no new clothes can be found in the house, the Yule Cat will devour you like a mouse. So children in Iceland, children behave, for no new clothes means the Yolakaturin will drag you to an early grave. End poem.
Oh my gosh, how wonderful.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, he was our silver winner. And yeah, I thought this was freaking awesome. It actually gave me the chills.
He's good.
And I
with
like the way I like the way he made it a tale of warning, warning and it's so full of darkness. And I'm sure most kids put their tails off to make sure they had new clothes every Christmas. That's excellent, right? What did you think, hon?
No, I definitely would have to agree because I do believe that they made that about the cat up just to make you work harder. Because it's kind of odd that a cat, she would come and kill you over not having clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, all around, I thought Randy's right. It was pretty cool because he brought the cat to life. I'm not even going to try to say her name. I'm not.
You'll look at Turin.
Okay. He brought it to life brutally well, I thought.
You'll look at her.
Yeah.
Everybody.
With a southern accent.
Look at you, Torrin.
I can see why you gave it silver. Because it does drive a mean fate upon one if they don't work hard enough to clothe the family, which is rubbish. If you know.
No, it meant you were lazy.
Yeah. But what if you were doing the best you can and it
didn't happen?
All, yeah.
I guess that didn't matter.
You were still seen as a lazy sod?
Yep, and the cat's gonna eat you.
That's not fair.
I'd hate to
You're
clean
being
that little
judged
box.
for being a sod.
What did you think, I.C.?
I thought it was excellent. He's another one I'm a big fan of, and I'm so glad how he took the cat and individualized him, not so much having the family in there. I thought it was rocking.
Excellent comment. And Boo, did you?
Yeah. Well, you know, he always writes awesome darkness, and he's kind of out there as it is. So this is perfect for him. I love the title, The Evil Cat. You know, he grabs you from the first stanza, whistles through the trees, keeps the fire burning brightly. You're like, oh, this sounds cute. And then you get down, and you're like, oh, it's getting uglier and uglier as he goes down. And the descriptions are really good. This is the brevity for him. So the children Iceland behave. I can't say the word, but will drag you to your early grave. It's creepy and dark, but entertaining. Really, and I love the picture. I think this is really good job.
Excellent comment.
Yeah. It's cool, right?
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Creepy family. And their cat.
Creepy.
Yeah.
He's not a cat person, no kidding. You know, he wrote one last year and it scared the crap out of me. It had Santa Claus coming out of the chimney and Santa Claus had an axe. I don't know if you guys saw it. And the blood was dripping off the axe. I wish I would remember the name, but it was so creepy. Yeah, he's good at the dark. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Oh.
Darky, it's a very good chance to channel your inner darkness. Just let it all flow.
Oh, it's so fun to write
Through an
dark.
axe.
Yeah. Like I said, that's why my eyes opened wide when I found that website. I was like, oh, yes.
Bingo.
There used to be a website called grotesque.com. Oh, my God, did they have some stuff on there?
Yeah.
Mhm. I won't want to say, but it's like, yeah, it's bad. It's not sexual. I mean, you know, and you're kind of like, how can this even be on here? But it's like, whoa, yeah.
How do you guys find all this? Is it just on the internet?
Yeah, pretty much. I just, I think I typed in the search engine, Dark Christmas Legends, and that was the first page that popped up was these eight legends.
Huh?
Nice.
Yeah, we wanted to do a little different. We didn't want to focus so much on Krampus. We wanted to see if there was other
Yeah, I think
aspects.
Krampus is included on
Yeah.
the page, but like I said, some of these make Krampus look like a nice guy, and of course, it makes Belschnickel look like a saint.
Well, yeah, Belschnickel.
Yeah.
People just look at him as a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes the real Santa look real bad.
I don't know. Diane, did you, Boo, I'm sorry. Did you
Okay.
find your Krampus poem? When you do, you can leave me.
I'm gonna read it. I'm still looking for it, but I will find it. I can read one for you if you want, if you need it. Somebody
Sure.
else. I'm gonna find it. I'm just having a brain for it. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, if you want to read your Bersnickel?
Okay. You missed it. You missed it, Boo, but I actually wrote to each and every one of them because it was just so exciting to me. So
All 8 of them?
I told
you.
you. Yeah, I wrote to Krampus last year, so I didn't write to him again, but I wrote to the rest of them.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
Yeah, so this is the tamest of them all, Belschnickel.
Belschnickel.
Schnickel.
Sounds like a soup.
Come here, Bell.
And this legend, this legend was Dutch legend, I believe, and it was actually brought over to the United States in Pennsylvania. And if you ever watched The Office, Dwight at one time on one of the Christmas episodes dressed up as Belschnickel and was actually whipping some of the other office people. So.
Yeah, he's just around for whip. Thanking them.
Work comp.
So it goes like
whipping the office people.
I come to your house upon Christmas Eve night. I bring treats for the good, but for the bad I give fright. Now this little house, with 2 boys and a girl, one boy's been nasty, the other 2 please the world. Into their bedroom, a grand entrance I make. The nice ones are smiling, the brat starts to quake. I hold his 2 wrists, high over his head. My switch strikes his bottom until it's bright red. And while he does sniffle, with tears on his cheeks, I throw down some candy and hear joyful shrieks. But the good boy is hasty and grabs for the sweets. My switch tastes his hand. Back to bed he does creep. As I leave, I am smiling. I say, Merry Christmas to you all. Make sure you behave now, for when next year I call. End poem.
Oh,
wow. That's awesome.
That's a good one.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you think, Icey?
I think it's just fantastic. I love every single bit of it. The rhyme scheme that they had down at the bottom was good, and the it's just awesome. It takes my breath away.
Oh,
I mean, you tie all the how you tie their life and what they're doing into your right, and you just explain all this massive detail in such a short manner. I mean, that is just so rocking.
Thank you. Yeah, I like to include that one because it does say in the legend that when he throws the candy down, if you reach for it too fast, he'll give you a little.
Christmas is getting more and more violent.
It said most of the kids would wait till he completely left before they went for the candy.
Oh.
I think he just likes to
Steve, I don't know if you sent it to me, but
Oh shoot! I'm sorry.
Bad boy.
I'm sorry. No,
I'm a bad boy. Bill Schnickel's gonna come and get me now.
Bill Schnickel.
Spank you.
Sounds like some really shitty soup, doesn't it?
Yeah. He's a big spanker.
He'll throw you the candy and he'll spank you.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, that might. I might invite him over for that.
Yeah.
I just said it to you, Boo. I'm sorry.
Oh, that he is weird looking. Oh my God. Wow. Half man, half bear, I think.
He does have a little bit of a perverted smile, doesn't he?
Because he's taking pleasure in spanking. He's like, wow.
Yeah. He looks like, where's the party?
Yeah, give me your ass.
He does look perverted. Oh my God! The more I look at him, the fact he actually wrote to 8 different things, I think, is really cool. Look, he's got his whip. He's like, yeah. Oh my God. You know, some of these kids, they need a whooping, though. For real, they're so unappreciative and bratty. I mean, you know.
Agreed.
Really.
Definitely.
I mean, this is perfectly rhymed, too, but the good boy is hasty. It grabs for sleep. My switch test, the hand back to bed, the feet. This is scary, and the picture is really freaky. And the fact you wrote up for all 8, I think, is pretty cool. That's pretty, you know, driven there, Steve. You wanted to know all of them. Who's your favorite? You know you like Bill Schnickel.
Thanks, Boo.
Do you?
Well, no, my favorite was Frau Perkta. I just that woman that stuffs you full of garbage. That just when I got to her little legend, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
I love her.
My baby's mama.
No, it's not. Our reminder is my ex-mother-in-law.
I like what Rick said on the board when I put a little video up of her on the board. He said, "Mom."
Poor Tom was down.
Yeah, when I dropped Hans Trop, he said, "Dad."
Yeah.
Cute.
That was a good one too, you Miss Boo. Hans Trupp, he would come to your house on Christmas Eve if you were bad, and he'd put a bundle of twigs at the foot of your bed to let you know that he was going to come back later and eat you.
Yeah.
He put a bowl under your bed, did you say?
A bundle
God.
of twigs.
Oh, twigs. Okay, yeah. And he's going to come back. Oh, my God, that's horrifying.
Hey, Boo.
Yeah.
Did you know that that's where the game pickup sticks came from?
For real?
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder where that came from. I suck at that game. I'm too clumsy.
So did they.
You know what? You got me going Identity Crisis with your last poem. I thought was hilarious about Richard.
Oh, I want to read that sometime. I can't believe I wrote that, actually.
I couldn't believe it either. Jake told me, Boo, read this, and he sent me the link, and I go, who wrote this? And he was like, Identity Crisis. I said, what? No way. You must have had a bad day, crazy day.
Yeah.
Where are we at, hon?
Well, if we learn something, we can kiss.
She said she couldn't find it. You couldn't find your link, Boo?
No, I actually found it. I'm just fixing it. One thing.
Oh, okay.
Because it's, I just realized, me, queen of typos. So I'm almost done. I looked at it and I go, oh, Lord. And then,
Well, I know I just read, but you know what I'm going to do?
You're going to read it?
What?
I'm going to drop my Krampus. I'm going to drop my Krampus poem in.
Yeah, so that way the circle's complete.
Then you'll hear every one that I wrote them. I know it's the Steve show, but
well, it's your show. You're allowed.
and this one I wrote last year, and it's called "You Better Not Pout." I thought I might have wrote it to a song, but it's just a little brevity. Krampus is a-comin'. You know you've not been good. He knows exactly where you live, in your neighborhood. He'll take away your family and leave you all alone. Why was I so naughty? You'll cry out with a groan. So if you know what's good for you, you will be your very best, or Krampus will come calling. Don't put him to the test.
Yeah.
End poem.
Great. Doesn't
That
it look like
picture.
Gene Simmons' tongue in that picture?
It is. It's Gene Simmons.
I know.
Gene Simmons is Krampus.
He is scary looking. For real. Oh, my God. Lady A was terrified, freaked out by him the other night, so scared. And he was going to come get her. He's not even real.
He's got like a crook in his tongue.
He's like a devil.
Golly.
Oh.
Oh, he's got a belt on, look.
Oh, my God. He's so freaky. Yeah. Oh. He's from Germany, I think they said. Or I think so.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, they got, it's funny to see what other countries, what goes down in other countries, I guess you could say. Like, it's trippy to read their how different. Seems like they're a lot more violent in other countries, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird. But I thought, we were bad, but I guess not. My parents used to have these little pixies, and they're like elves, I guess, and they would move them every day, every night. So we'd wake up the next one morning, the red one would be there, and then the green one would be over there. And then we wake up the next day, and then the red one would be, and it was like, oh, my God, what happened? They're watching you. That's what they're watching you. If you've been bad. And I was like, whoa, we really thought that was true for forever. I just stopped believing last year. No, I'm kidding. But I actually thought they were really watching because they had me so convinced. It was really trippy. But it wasn't in a scary way. It was in a happy way. So, but it's just funny how the traditions.
Yeah. Yeah, and in most of these that I found, they're all European.
Yeah.
So it's all the Europeans coming up with this really violent ways to scare the hell out of your kids into being good.
Why is that? Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. Same thing. Okay, I thought it was me. They don't have any holds barred. They're just like yeah, we're gonna kill your kids, and like that's that. And nowadays that'd be considered abuse, but
Right, yeah. I know. I even said to when Sweet Pea was in earlier, I said, I wonder how many sadistic parents, left a little bundle of twigs at the foot of their kid's bed as a joke.
That's just
yeah. My dad made me sit in a trash can one time on the front porch for like 8 hours.
Oh God.
Cool.
Isn't that
What'd you
weird? You know what? I just sat there too. I was like, I'm not even gonna move because I heard my mom. Oh, Bill, just let her out. And everything, and then so he's like, no, I'm not. And I said, okay, he's not going to get me. I'm not going to give in. We both felt the same way, so both of us stubborn idiots. And finally, I had to come back in. But just like, now I think you'd be CPS would be right over there.
Oh, they would.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So I remember every time a belt, I deserved it. I will fully admit that I totally deserved it.
Mm.
So, and kids today deserve it too, but you're not allowed to, or else, what was it Robin Williams said? I'm going to write a book, that kind of thing. So.
Yeah. My dad used to say, you're going to call the child, we just joke around, so we're going to call the Child Abuse Foundation, whatever we called it, lame name, we didn't know. And he goes, oh, really? I dare you. Here's the phone. Here you go. But when you come back, your ass is going to be 10 times redder, so enjoy yourself. Oh, no, never mind. I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm going to send this to UK and Susan. I found it. It's not that great, really, but earlier I really embarrassed myself and read my very first poem on Crystal's show, and I was mortified. But hey. Like, what a piece of, oh my God, 579 words.
Wow.
I was like, what the hell?
You had a lot to say.
Yeah. And then, what was the worst part about it? Some of it was caps, some of it was small, some of it was, and it was out, it was in the middle, centered in the middle. It was just a mess all around. Good to see how much better you've gotten.
Yeah, it looks like John maybe wrote something, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll let Boo go first. You got to drop the link. She sent it to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were checking your messages.
Or did you send it to both of us?
Yeah.
I sent it to Kay. Kay, yep.
Oh,
I can't find your, there you are.
To you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is, I
Hey,
kind of
how
don't like
long
the
is it?
ending. I was just looking at it, like, but. Ew, isn't he gross?
Yeah.
Oh, he's so gross. I don't know if he's a devil or... Ugh. Okay. I just changed it over, so... Okay, so anyways, Krampus. Okay. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and deep in our pad, we were about to uncover something real bad. The street lights were dark, no carolers sang, not even the blessings, the death toll rang. And beneath our beds, we had huddled tight and hoped that he would pass our house all right. Oh my God, this sucks. Everyone knows of Jolly St. Nick and the gifts he brings on his single night trick. And the presents and baubles and candy and toys and what's that say? Oh my God, this mofo eats disrespectful girls and boys. Okay, this is really 4 years old. I just happened to rewrite it, so sorry about this. Let's see, but it wasn't the man with the red suit and the white beard whose annual Christmas visit we feared. Outside the snow, we heard a loud howl, the crunching of ice, and an animal growl. I heard it sniff by the window crack. Through a throaty laugh, replied, "I'll be right back." Oh my God, this is so bad.
No, it's not.
Wow, I should have. Yeah. Anyway,
No, it's
that
not.
was needless to say,
No,
I've grown,
actually,
I
I like. I like your imagery though, because have you seen the Krampus movie?
hope. Yeah, part of it.
Because that's what it's making me think of, the outside in the snow. Because if you're in the movie, when he was coming, he brought a blizzard with him.
Oh.
So, and I mean, like snowed everybody in, so you couldn't leave your house, so you were stuck. When he came in, you were stuck. And
Yeah,
I really
it's
thought
like I could have done more. The ending's awful.
Well, replied, "I'll be right back." But at least it's giving me a little more time to say I love you to everybody.
I'll be right back. Finish the poem. I think I'm going to delete it.
He's a
I thought this
handsome
was
fella.
great, and I like the this mofo eats disrespectful girls and boys. That's just great.
Not as bad as the other one I have. That was like as a Christmas rap. It's called Ho Ho Ho. Oh my God. I was just looking at that and like, wow. What was I doing? Well, it's glad to go back and look and see what you've done, right? I don't know if you guys have done that, but oh boy. Yeah, that was a
It is.
Remember we had that one, like your first 5 we had to pick? I was like, my God, the whole of my 5 are horrible.
Yeah.
I couldn't even
Well,
remember which
Stephen
one
and
my
Kay, I
first
have
one
to go.
was.
Thank you for the show.
Oh, thank you for calling. We appreciate it.
You're so welcome. Please
Bye.
invite me again and have a good night.
See you later, I think.
You too.
Bye, boo.
Bye-bye.
I was getting to you.
Take it easy.
Bye-bye.
Take it easy.
What did you think of Boo's poem?
Yeah, I thought this was pretty
You
cool
can be honest,
because
don't worry.
the picture itself was pretty freaky, actually. Because the picture you used for yours for Krampus and the one that Boo used for Krampus, they both are freaky.
Yeah.
They're not attractive at all.
He is terrifying.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, I don't really know much about Krampus. You know more about it than I do because you've even seen the movie.
Oh, I love the movie.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool all around, especially how you closed it. I'll be right back. Why?
Just stay
I'm
away.
out of ink. I'll be right back.
Stay away. Don't come back.
Yeah, right? I would seriously freak if I saw that thing. I can't even imagine. Oh my God! You know that when you're utterly terrified, I've been there, and I think you guys have too. You're just frozen. You know, not that he's real. I'm just saying.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, that kind of fright.
And I've heard different things that he'll do. I have heard that he'll eat you. I've heard that he'll take you away from your family. And in the movie, the other one that I heard is he'll take the whole family and leave you by yourself. So there's so many different legends that Krampus will pull on you if you're bad. And I think the one that they used in the movie where he takes the family away rather than the naughty child. I think that's kind of that's more darker to me. I think that he's punishing you by punishing them. He's not nice.
No. But hey, it works on your kids in December.
Yeah. It always worked on me. If you're going to get a lump of coal, that was always enough for me to say, okay, I'm good.
Well, it depends on the child. I mean, some kids will be like, "I had hell with it. I'm gonna do what I want anyway."
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's trying to test fate to see if it's actually true or if it's actually going to happen.
Yeah.
And then the disappointment when something does happen. Like, well, shit.
Yeah.
I never got cold.
I look back at my family. We had 5 kids, and we always had a lot of presents and really festive. And I always think to myself, wow, how'd they do it?
Right. But you always seem to manage.
And my parents never fought about money. We always had everything we wanted. They never said no. And if they did have problems, we didn't know about it. So I'm just giving them a lot of props. I'm struggling with one, so yeah.
Right, yeah. I can remember when James was little and still believed that we would try to make sure we would actually starve ourselves to make sure that he got at least half of what he asked for.
Or one special thing,
Yeah. And then the one year I got Kay the grandfather clock. That was always my favorite Christmas.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
it's
that's
still
a
right
good
there.
gift.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
That's a lovely gift.
Yeah.
I always see the commercial with Alexis with the big bow. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that would be nice. Actually, I'd be happy with a Kia Rio with a big bow.
Yeah. I'd be happy with it.
It's brand new.
And free.
An old Volkswagen.
Yeah. Not like my car. I was up in the shop for 3 days because of everything going wrong on it the other week. But it was nice being stranded at home for 3 days, too. A total great excuse not to go anywhere. And I worked my work schedule around it, so I didn't have to go to work any of those days, and we just stayed at home on the couch underneath the comforter.
Yeah.
Had pizza delivered. That was a nice 3 days. That was like a vacation.
To sneak my daughter's presents inside from outside the shed. So a couple of years ago, I bought her a bike. So I'm trying to get the bike in at 3 a.m. Sneak out of bed because she slept with me. I'm banging around, making a noise, And then the next morning she goes to get something, and she goes, "Mom, that's pretty rude. Santa forgot to lock the door." I go, "Yeah, bastard." One year she goes to me, "Mom, can you tell me the truth, seriously? Because I find it hard to believe that there's a big rabbit that gives candy. Like, come on."
I remember how I found out. The Tooth Fairy told me.
Well, yeah. Because you woke up.
I woke up, yep. I woke up by sneaking the money under my pillow, and I saw him do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like,
You know what? I'm such an idiot. I embarrassed to even say this, but my daughter lost her tooth, so I only had a 20, right? So I left her a note. Can I get some change from the Tooth Fairy? How stupid is that? Well, that's how broke I was. Can you give me $19.50 back? No, I'm kidding. And she didn't give it back either, by the way. She was like, "Nope." I was like, "There you go, girl."
Did John link you something?
Well, yeah, John on the board did say that he had something. If we wanted to read it, I told him we would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have the link.
Okay.
But I'm not sure real quick if Rue has to go, if she wants to give a shout out to what's going on in 20 minutes.
I guess so. Yeah, you guys are more than welcome. It's just with Randall, we're doing, if you had one wish, what would you choose? And his emphasis is, this is his words, no bullshit like world peace, endless wishes, or money. He went deeper than that.
Wow.
So I thought, oh my God, what would oh, it's a rough one because you always say, oh, endless wishes. But anyway, that's on at 9 over on LCN, and still have room if you guys want to. So I wasn't sure what to ask for that one. It's a hard question when you think about it, but so we'll see what they come up with. Yeah, that's a hard one because I want to know specifics. Like, well, what do you mean one wish? Like, how long is it? Is it forever? Is it only a day?
Yeah. Well, I know I've been wishing for it work every time I snap the wishbone.
Yeah.
Well, you can't send or I won't show. No, I don't believe in it.
Yeah. I wish for your arm to heal.
I'd probably screw it up if I actually had that chance.
Right now, every time I snap the wishbone, I say I wish for my wife's arm to heal quickly.
Oh, that's nice. That's because you're a good husband.
Yeah. That is very sweet.
You always got
Hey,
back, Steve. That's what a real man does. So there ain't many out there.
I try.
Yeah.
All right, so John, who has also given us written permission to read his rights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has sent something to us.
I know, what a bullshit.
I just gonna say this. We say the author's name before we read it. We talk about the author after we read it. How is it copyright infringement if we're giving them credit? That's like saying if I write a term paper. If I write a term paper and I use information from a book, and then I say at the end of the paper that I got this information from this book, and it's not. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and the other thing is this, like, I was thinking like we're gonna do it tonight. I don't know if it's gonna be legit, but I'm gonna throw it in there like a disclaimer before the show, just to cover.
That's what we did.
Yourself there too. So yeah.
Yep.
And they wouldn't be there if they didn't want their stuff read, but.
Right.
So, but we're just gonna all follow the rules, right? Yep.
Right. Yep. Yeah. We'll jump through the hoops and do what they want.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to drop?
No,
yeah, that's right. You better get going, huh?
Yeah, because
Oh no, I can stay for John. I'm already actually.
Okay, cool.
For Randall.
Cool. You gonna link it to Boo, or you want me to link it to Boo?
Oh yeah.
I'll link it to Boo.
I'll have you link it, and then I guess I will read because I've actually only read once tonight. How about that?
Yeah, because you weren't inspired.
Well,
I know it's not an easy. I'm looking. Where is my message thread with Boo? I haven't gotten that many messages. All right, I'll find you the other way.
Yeah. But you felt inspired by the show because it balanced out. Because I was trying, I just was struggling. So it's great that you found the balance.
Yeah, and just to let everybody know, and so Boo, you can hear this next Tuesday's Dark Show. We're going to write to 2 Christmas horror movies: Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Black Christmas.
Ooh,
the original,
not
not the new one that's out now. I just
sent
you the
link.
link.
Do you guys have a show every day, or?
No, we don't have shows on Sundays and Mondays and Fridays. Usually are the days we don't have shows.
Okay.
Yeah, we go
4 days.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Every night gets, I guess. All right.
You get burned out. You do.
Yeah, and people get turned out writing, I think, too. And I agree with that.
Oh, he just wrote this 22 minutes ago.
Yes, he said he just did, and he came in the room and said that, he wanted to share it. So here we are. And this is by JEG 325, and it's called The Wicked Witch of the North Pole. Santa didn't add me to his memory list. I'm number 8, a witch that hides the mist. My goal is to drive that old man far away, kill the elf, and steal his magic sleigh. I think of all the evil things I can do to keep Christmas wishes from coming true. I'm the Wicked Witch of the North Pole. I'm going to bury the toy shop in a huge hole. When I am done, no one will find a thing. There will be no carols for anyone to sing. People will forget about love and hope. They will go on drinking and taking dope. I'm just waiting for the moment to strike so I can increase the fear, hate, and dislike. I cackle in glee at my horrible intentions, yet I'm the one Santa forgot to mention. Today I took a good look across our planet. I found my time has been well spent. Money has replaced our need for love. Greed is the religion we are made of. Hate and disharmony have reached high. Truth has been hidden by perpetual lies. Santa is dying with his message unheard. Love has gone the way of the dodo bird. I'm going to win because there's time on my side. I will be the last one to take a sleigh ride. I will teach Santa to forget me, the most famous witch to live in infamy. And
Wow.
yeah.
That was freaking amazing. Actually, the message that he's given about how the direction society is taking. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I love the picture. I love that play.
Yeah. This is really cool, John. Wow. I found my time has been well spent. Money has replaced our need of love. Greed is a religion we are made of. It's unfortunately so true. Love has gone the way of the dodo bird. That is just an awesome line.
It is.
This is amazing. What did you think, hon?
Well, I definitely can see where he's talking about the greed because, talking about I'm going to bury the toy shop in a huge hole. And then talking about, greed being the norm now. And, I have to agree. Love has gone the way of the dodo bird. Truth has been hidden by perpetual lies. Santa is dying with his message unheard. Yeah, that stanza is very powerful is what it says because it sounds like, there's a message, there's things he wants to say, but it's being unheard, and he sees that things around him, the people around him, they're all falling off the wayside and giving into other aspects that just are hurtful to him and to everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, see, back in the 60s or 70s, the Who's would have still come out and sang, but not anymore.
Yeah, I know. It was just like magic, all of a sudden the Grinch came to town and he gave all the gifts back and they just all started singing and invited him for dinner and everything was great.
Yeah. What did you think of the poem, Boo?
Well, I think he's so right when he says, hate and disharmony have reached a new high and talks about the greed. Money is replaced by a need for love. Greed is the religion that we're made of. So true. So true. I mean, what have you done for me lately?
Right.
Kind of syndrome. And people say, I give and I'm charitable and all this stuff, but when push comes to shove, you don't really see that very often. Or, I always make my daughter use her own allowance, for example, to buy something for another kid for the Toys for Tots, and then, make her go to this Thanksgiving we went to the homeless shelter. She thought she was going to be the waitress. Well, she was in for rude awakening when they wanted her to sweep the floor. And she looked at me and I said, hey, you got to do it. We're here to help. Remember these people. So I think it's important to teach your kids that too. And I see it so disrespectful. Kids to parents. Like I would get my butt whooped for some of the stuff you see now. And he's so right about society. But not always, though, because I know there's a lot of good people in the world too. But this is very thought-provoking, deep, and honest. True. Great job.
Yeah. Indeed. Did you want to give acknowledgments?
Perfectly foxy, too, by the way.
That, too.
Go, John.
Yeah, I just wanted to say real quick, I wanted to give acknowledgments to people who did call and, of course, the people who wrote for tonight. I just want to say thank you to Boo, Sweet Pea, IC, and Jeff Grant for calling in. And then, of course, Sweet IC and Boo, you shared it right, and Gray Wolf 1957, and Boodho, and Still the Poet, and Papa Turner. And then, of course, you.
Yeah, it was the Steven show today.
Steven is 8 right. That's awesome. I missed Budo again. He was so entertaining the last time, and he said he was here earlier, but I guess he had to go. I call him Bud. Probably why you guys don't know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. well, yeah, we call him Dan. But yeah, we know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So tomorrow's show, 7 p.m. Eastern. Since Harry Potter is synonymous with the holidays anymore, we have quotes from Harry Potter to write to, and there's actually quite a few good writes for that. The contest is amazing, and
Well, did you want to give the quotes if you?
What night are you guys doing the mistletoe one? The mistletoe contest?
That's Saturday night.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Here.
All right. The quotes that we found for Harry Potter: numbing the pain for a while will make it worse when you finally feel it. You think the dead we loved are ever truly leave us? Have you any idea how much tyrants fear the people they oppress? The next one is the unknown we fear when we look upon death and darkness. It is the unknown that we fear when we look upon death and darkness, nothing more. The next one is it does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. We did a lot of quotes. Number 6 is do not pity the dead, Harry. Pity the living, and above all, those who live without love. Number 7, it takes a great deal.
Wow.
Yeah. That's all right. It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. See, number 8, I am what I am, and I'm not ashamed. And let's see, number 9, the one I wrote to, let us step into the night and pursue that flighty temptress adventure.
Yeah. Tongue twisted.
Tongue twisted, yes.
If you can't find something to write in any of those, then you really got a problem.
And you should have seen the contest. Oh my gosh, tough to judge.
Yeah, a lot of awesome.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I said the one contest. Okay, you guys are all too good. I'm not judging this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I had to. See, Thursday night, I think we got to do it at 8 p.m. because of my work schedule.
Yes, 8 p.m.
8 p.m. And that one is going to be basically a tribute to the old Rankin Bass Christmas specials like Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Oh, cool.
And then Saturday, as you said, Boo, that one is Romance Under the Mistletoe. And we got a lot of good writes for that one, too.
Yeah,
and then
that looks like a hard one to judge.
Tuesday, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was. Wow. They've all been hard lately. Everybody's getting better.
Damn it.
And, of course, next Tuesday,
everybody's hooking up. I'm
we're
kidding.
We're going to focus on the movies Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Black Christmas from the 1977, I believe it was. And they did a remake in the early 90s, too, that was still focused on the same storyline. But it looks like this new remake of Black Christmas is completely different from the original storyline. So I don't think it's even worth my time. Am I allowed to say that on the radio?
I don't know. I like the original, but it looks like the remake, they totally rewrote the story.
Yeah, it's not the original story.
Because in the original,
I never heard of that.
Psycho who escaped from the Looney Bin.
Yeah, some psycho that escapes from the Looney Bin who used to live in this house where a sorority is in now.
Yeah.
And he comes in and pretty much kills them all on Christmas Eve. Yeah. And Silent Night, Deadly Night is about a guy who loses his mind because he witnesses his parents being murdered by a lunatic dressed as Santa Claus. So he dresses as Santa Claus and murders people.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds like a festive holiday.
Yeah.
Well, it was nice hanging with you guys. I got to go cruise over to another situation, but I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Yep, thank you for calling, Boo. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Take care, guys.
You too.
You too. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye-bye. All right, and with that, I guess we can play our closing song.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to say, a lot of great writes tonight because There was a lot of stuff to go on. There really was, but I could not find the inspiration.
Yeah.
But I thought that everybody brought their A game really well.
And just everybody who's out there listening on the board or who listens later, the topic board will stay up for today for a few days. There was one right in there. He said he was going to call in. Apparently something happened where he wouldn't call. But unfortunately, he did not give us permission to read if he was unable to call. So it had to sit.
Yeah.
So if you give that one love, it's from Rolling Stone, and it's called, I can give the title. I'm sure I'm allowed to do that.
Don't. No.
No?
Just look at our topic board.
Yeah, it's from Rolling Stone.
Yeah, because us group, anybody who's in our group, they'll be able to look at that.
Yeah.
That was part of the contest too.
Yeah, so give it some love.
Yeah, because this was a pretty cool. I know you're excited about it. You really were.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking about this a lot this week, actually.
Yeah. And to give props to the opening and closing songs, it was from a group called Midnight Syndicate. And they'd have a whole Christmas album of dark Christmas songs. The first one was a dark version of Up on the Housetop. And the closing song is called, I believe, Night of the Krampus. Which is what you get if you eat too much fruit before you go to bed.
Well, I can't talk about that.
Night of the Cramps.
Yeah, if you eat too much. Because then it'd be like the one Christmas our son ate 2 bricks of cheese.
Oh,
and he monopolized the bathroom all night because he was thicker than a dog.
He ate too much cheese on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, nobody could get in the bathroom that night.
He had a night of the Krampus.
Something like that. He got greedy. Because every Christmas you guys have the meat and cheese tray. And, James just keeps saying, get some more cheese.
Yeah. You sure?
It seemed all good and well at the time, but then hours later.
Sure, it tasted delicious.
Yeah, as Cornelius would say from Rankin Bass, all son, it hit.
It hit. No, that was that was the snowman that said that. The Pearl Ives.
That's right. When he's talking about
the blizzard.
Yeah, that definitely would be the case.
Yeah. All right.
Overindulgent.
So hit it, and we will quit it.
Yeah, hold up. I'm trying to.
What'd
See, you made me press the
What'd
button.
you do? What'd you do? You're being bad.
Hi.
This drop's gonna come.
Yeah, right. You're full of it.
I know.
Thank God these legends were not real.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be terrible.
I know, some sadistic.
Terrible, Terry.
Sadistic, man, sadistic.
Yeah. It makes you wonder who came up with it. Who's the wacko that came up with these legends?
I don't know. Somebody with a very active imagination.
That's for sure. A very dark imagination, too.
Yeah, I would think so. Because in order to come up with that, you just can't think about that on the fly.
What about a woman that cuts you open and stuffs you with garbage?
Or maybe was the result of a night of too much drinking and an overactive imagination.
Could be.
Throwing stories back at one another. Let's go with this.
Yeah, could be. We got to come. My son was a tyrant this year. We got to come up with a way to scare him into being good. How about this?
Yeah. A lot of darkness. A lot.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right, then. Hit it.
Okay. Which?
Night of the Krampus.
Okay, I'm sorry.
From Midnight Syndicate.
Okay. I'm trying. Okay, all right. Here we go.
All right.
I'm trying. Okay.
Okay.
And I just wanted to say before we close out for the night, I want to say thank you to the listeners out there because we do have every day new listeners out there, and there's a lot of regular listeners, I'm sure. But we just added a new country the other day. So we're now at 11 countries. So I just want to give a shout out because the U.S. is only 57% of the listeners, and UK is number 2 at 20%, and India is number 3 with 15%. And Mexico is in 4th place, and Japan is in 5th place. And then we have other countries like Canada, Philippines, New Zealand, Slovenia, Austria. And the new country that we added the other day is Finland.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I just want to say to all of our overseas listeners, thank you for listening, and I hope that you like what you're hearing, and that you continue to listen in more because it's always nice to see when I get in there to see that we have added new countries and there's new listeners. It's exciting.
Yeah. And by the way, it's not a race, so you guys that are in 2nd place or whatever, we're not expecting you to try to win more.
No. No, it's just, from the get-go, UK was number 2, and obvious US it's going to be number 1. But yeah,
to do a
US,
romper
UK,
room.
and India are our top 3. But Mexico is climbing up there quickly because it seems like every day we have a show, the number for Mexico is climbing up a little bit more, which means our Mexican viewers,
Listeners.
Listeners, sorry, they're becoming regular listeners.
Yeah.
Or else they want to be in 4th place.
I could just do like a little guess here and say like a romper room from the UK. I'm guessing it's my brother Rick.
Yeah.
And Blue. And Phil. Phil's definitely listening too.
Yeah.
I know it.
Sometimes Rooster from the UK.
Rooster is Ireland, which I believe is considered part of the UK.
Yeah.
Let's see. And I know from New Zealand that's gotta be Tans. Hello, Tans.
Yeah.
And from India, it's got to be Jaskaran.
Yeah.
Hello, Jask.
Hello, Jask.
And it was nice to hear your voice today.
Yes.
All right. And with that, we're going to say goodnight, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.
Yes, we will see everybody tomorrow for our show about Harry Potter and quotes.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you to everybody for listening and to all the ones who participated. And also thank you to everybody for having a deal with us bugging y'all last night and today and for getting all that.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you guys moving so fast. Really made us proud that you're part of our group.
Yeah.
So, thank you for that. And since this show is rated R, I want to say right before I hang up, and that is, I am going to send that cake on the computer. So.
Where the hell did you get that from?
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.